Alright, this organic chemistry video is going to talk about the basics of the IUPAC nomenclature of alkanes. First off, let's list our prefixes. Depending on the number of carbons, your prefixes will change. It's like learning a new language. Main chain names end in ane. Branch names will end in YL. We have some special branches we need to know about, such as isopropyl, isobutyl, sec-butyl, tert-butyl, phenyl, nitro, alkoxy. Depending on what the R group is, it would either be methoxy, butoxy, non-oxy. Halo, which are halides, so fluoro, bromo, chloro, etc. Steps for naming: you need to find the longest chain and name it the suffix ane. Next, you're going to number the longest chain starting at the end closest to the nearest branch. Now we are going to name the branches. The suffix are YL unless it's a special branch. Put everything together in alphabetical order and you'll get there. So here's the structure. Here is its IUPAC name. Let's dissect the name. Octane is the main chain name. So the longest chain has 8 carbons because it has oct. So we're going to find that longest chain with 8 carbons. That has 8 carbons, but this other chain has 8 carbons and much more groups branched off it. So we're going to pick that one. I want to darken it with this blue so it's easier to see. Now we're going to look at our branches. The numbers in front of the branch names tell you what carbon that branch is attached to from the main chain. So let's start with 2-isopropoxy. So it's an alkoxy and it's an isopropyl alkoxy that comes off carbon number 2 from the main chain. So that's the isopropyl, there's the oxy, so it's called isopropoxy. Coming off carbon number 3 is an ethyl group which has 2 carbons on it. Coming off carbon number 6 is a methyl, which is only 1 carbon. So there is an example of dissecting a name. Hopefully that kind of shows you the pattern, and we'll name a few on our own. Get some paper out. Get ready to pause this video if you need to. Okay, let's start with this top structure. First step is finding the longest main chain of carbons. It's usually the trickiest step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to pick the 7 chain carbon that has the most branches coming off, because we have a few 7 chain choices. So the choice with the most branches will be the chain that we pick. So this chain, if I picked it, has 3 branches. This one will have 5. We found our longest chain. It has 7 carbons, so it's going to be called heptane. Hept is for 7, ane is for the longest chain. I'm going to start to circle my groups and name them. So I have 2 carbons there, it's called an ethyl. It's coming off carbon number 3. I have 3 1-carbon groups, so we have a 2-methyl, a 2-methyl, and a 6-methyl. Carbon number 7 has a phenyl group. 7-phenyl. But I just noticed something. I numbered my chain backwards. So, check my numbering on the main chain. I should have been going from right to left instead of from left to right, because my nearest branch is actually on the right side, that phenyl group. And it would have had the number 1 instead of 7, which is much better. So I'm going to fix my mistake. And it's okay to make mistakes when you name things, just as long as you catch them. So this would actually be called 1-phenyl. That would be 2-methyl, and these would be 6 6-methyls and a 5-ethyl. Now we have a nitro group that happens at carbon number 4. Awesome. Now we just have to put all of the pieces together in alphabetical order. So we are going to start with ethyl first, because it's an E. 5-ethyl. M comes next. We have 3 methyls, so we're going to call it trimethyl. 2,6,6 trimethyl. Tri is how many methyls you have. It doesn't count for alphabetical order. N before P for nitro. And 1 phenylheptane. That's the whole name. It's really long, I know, but that's the name. Always check. It's okay to make mistakes as long as you catch them. All right, let's do this bottom structure now. A ring. So the ring is going to be the longest chain. It has 6 carbons in it. Every corner is a carbon. And you have 6 corners, so you have 6 carbons. But now we have to decide how to number it. Our longest chain has 6 carbons, it's hex, but they're in a ring. So we have to put cyclo in front. Cyclohexane. Cyclo because the structure is in a ring. Okay, so now we have to decide how we start to number this. All groups are the same distance apart, so we need to start with alphabetical order. Okay, so we have ethoxy, bromo, and S-butyl. Br comes before Bu, comes before E. So we have 1 bromo, 3 S-butyl, and 5 eth for the 2 carbons and oxy because of the oxygen. That S for S-butyl doesn't count in alphabetical order. So let's put everything together. One bromo, 3 S-butyl, 5 ethoxycyclohexane. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to draw the structure when we're given the name. Always start from right to left when you draw these. Longest chain is octane. We have 8 carbons, so draw 8 carbons in a row. Remember, every corner is a carbon. I have 8 corners. I'm going to number my chain. Now I'm going to start to look at my branches. 2,6-dimethyl. So on carbon number 2, I have a methyl. And on carbon number 6, I have a methyl. 4 isopropyl. On carbon number 4, I have an isopropyl group. Carbon number 5, I have an ethyl, 2-carbon group. Carbon number 3, cyclopentyl. So that's a ring of 5 carbons. Perfect. So let me draw it all in black so it's easier to see. I like to do the different colors because you can see the different pieces coming together. Alrighty, let's do this other one. Cyclohexane, 6 carbons in a ring. Every corner is a carbon. I have 6 corners. I'm going to number it. On carbon number 5, I'm going to put an NO2 group for nitro. Carbon number 3, an isobutyl. And on carbon number 1, a chlorine. I'm going to draw it just in black for you. Perfect. So, good luck as you study organic chemistry. I hope this video helped you a lot. Subscribe for more videos. Let me know what other topics you'd like to see in the comments. Also, if you have questions, you can put them in the comments too.